starting the morning, and we've got the women first with Michelle Clark-Herd, the head coach for the Cincinnati Bearcats. They ended up having an early exit last year, losing to Houston in the first round of the American tournament. They went 11-17 overall, 4-11 in the American, finishing there at 11th. But Michelle Clark-Herd looking to get her team move the needle in the standings, and plenty of excitement heading into this season. And now we welcome in the fifth-year head coach at Cincinnati, Michelle Clark-Herd. Coach, it's great to be joined by you. Thanks so much for taking the time. Jillian Hayes, for you, from day one, before she even stepped foot on your program, you were excited about what she brought. Now as a junior, what are you most looking forward to about the impact she's going to have for your team this season?
Well, I think the most important thing is her growth, the ability to transform her body, switch positions with her. She went to the 4 spot, so really excited just about how she's worked and how hard she's worked to really just come in every single day, as you said, from day one, to just bring everything she needed to the table to help us figure out how to get better and better on a daily basis.
We can't wait to hear from her here shortly. But, Brooke, I'll toss it to you here in the studio. What do you have for Coach Herd here?
Yeah, Coach Herd, I mean, you're talking about Jillian Hayes as the leader of your team in points, rebounds, and blocks. It seems like you always have that post player who takes on this extra load and really carries it through your team. I'm thinking about Imani just a couple of seasons ago. What is it about that position, about that 4 spot, that's so important to the success of your team?
Well, I think the most important thing is the way we run our offense. That position is really important because the ball goes through that position a lot. I also love the opportunity to have post players that have versatility. So Jillian can bring the ball up the floor. She can post up. She can shoot it. And so that position is very important along with the point guard. So I tell that position all the time, they're like the other coach and the leader on the floor also, too, because the offense runs through that.
Coach, the media has some questions for you, so I'm going to send things over to the American's Tom Fenstermaker. Tom, take it away.
Thanks, Morgan. And Coach, thanks for being with us today. If you have a question, please. Thank you very much. If you have a question, please use the raise hand feature. We'll get started with Justin Williams from The Athletic.
Hey, Coach, you have Maya Jackson kind of coming home from transferring from Seton Hall. What are you hoping and expect to get from her this season?
Well, just really excited. Recruited Maya out of high school before she chose to go to Seton Hall. So watched her a ton. I knew how great of a player she was. Not only just a great player, but was really looking forward to someone that could fit into our system. Maya is unbelievable on both ends. She guards. She can get the ball up the floor. She can shoot the 3. I think the greatest thing is that when she was at Seton Hall, she played more of the 2 position. She played the shooting guard also, too. So, getting her back in the swing of being at that point guard spot has been really good. She's came in and just really fit in with our whole team and has had the opportunity to just lead. And I'm really excited for everyone to get a chance to see her with our team.
Okay, next we'll go to Neil Meyer of the Front Office News.
Hey, Coach, you elaborated on Maya Jackson a little bit there. Could you just talk about the addition of Deasia Trotter as well? Now knowing this is the 6th player on the roster within a 100-mile radius, how important is it for you to get those girls on campus from the Cincinnati area, knowing how predominant the basketball region is?
Oh, I think it's really important, and I'm really excited about Deasia. Deasia brings a extra dynamic for us on the being able to shoot the 3. She led junior college in scoring. She has the ability to rebound, and she just plays at with a high energy and just really excited. She's from Louisville, like you said, right up the road. And, I know a lot of people that, very familiar with a lot of people that know her and just love her work ethic. She's always in the gym. She's always trying to get better and better. And so just really excited about her addition with our program.
All right, thank you. Next question will be from Keith Jenkins of the Cincinnati Enquirer.
Hey, Coach, you open at Louisville. I know your goal is to go down there and get a win. How big is that for an opening test? And also, how special is it to be able to open in your hometown?
Yeah, I think it is going to be a huge test, but I'm just grateful to Jeff Walls for always just playing and having the opportunity to play. So I'm excited for our young ladies to be able to, go into the Young Center and be able to play in front, of thousands of people. I feel like one of the best crowds in the country. They've done a lot. And so it's not only just great for me. You have a couple of players on the roster that are actually from Louisville. So with Taziah Jinks and Deja being able to go back home, and just the opportunity for a lot of players to even be close within this area. So I'm excited about the challenge, and I know our girls are too, and we're just working every day to get ready for it.
Michelle, Mark Adams in studio, a UC grad, by the way, a proud UC grad. Great to see you here today. And I have a question about your Louisville roots. Of course, in Cincinnati, we don't appreciate Louisville all that much, but you were a head junior varsity coach at Manual High School. You also went on to coach the historic program at Kentucky State. I'm a huge fan of the HBCUs, in particular, Kentucky State. What did you learn during those early parts of your careers that has set you up to be so successful at Cincinnati?
I think the most important thing was just the opportunity to understand and know, as a head coach, the opportunity to build the relationships and have the players where you could be able to help them understand what you're trying to do and trying to build on the daily process. And I think that was something that was really important for me, going to Kentucky State and building that program, and then leaving there and going to be assistant coach at the University of Louisville. It helped prepare me to get ready to move on to Western Kentucky. And so what that's done for me here also, too, is to help me be able to lay the foundation of having the culture that you have to build to make sure that you're putting in the work every single day to get better and better.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. We're looking forward to hearing from two of your players coming up next. Really appreciate your time and looking forward to seeing you guys tip off soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
When you take a look, Michelle Clark-Hert now in her 5th season at Cincinnati. In the first 2 seasons, 46-20, but lately, the last 2, 19-34. What's it going to take? Who are they going to look to get back to those winning ways?
I think you have to go with, the system, not only that Coach Hert has really brought into what they're trying to do, but you have to lean on your vets, and you're talking about Jillian Hayes. You want to get her the ball and get her the ball early, because I think for their system to work, it does have to run through the 4. They've dealt with injuries in the past, so they're still trying to make a name for themselves, I think, in this league. And so if you can put all those pieces together, you've got a great 3-point shooter in Caitlin Wilson. And then you heard Coach talk about some new pieces and additions to the team. Local products at Cincinnati, there's a lot of talent there. I mean, we both grew up there, so we're a little bit biased.
A little bit prejudiced.
I agree.
That way. That's absolutely right. But when you look at this team, they're returning 66% of their scoring. And so whenever you're rebuilding a rebuild, and Cincinnati is doing that right now, you've got to rely on people that understand what you want and how you do things. And they've got that right now. And so with 66% of those scoring, and players that you mentioned, 3-point shooter, good score, hometown gals, which I love, by the way, being from the Cincinnati area, it's going to be an exciting season for UC Bearcat on the women's side.
With Jillian Hayes, she also has the athletic genes in her blood, with her brother Jackson playing for the Pelicans. Her father played in the NFL. When you take a look at what she can do on the court, what is her athletic pedigree? Brooke, what really stands out?
Well, she's got a chance to really make waves in this conference, right? So she could be right up here with this second team, because you've got good talent there. Jamira Shoots, a 3-point shooter from Memphis. But Jillian Hayes is that kind of player that if she works hard enough, and if you can separate yourself with little things, rebounds, picks, pick and rolls, things like that, then you can really start to stand out in this league.
She leads her teams in points, rebounds, blocks, and steals. Craig Porter Jr., Wichita State, an impact player. We agree on that, right? I mean, a big-time impact player. Jillian Hayes on the women's side is what Craig Porter is for Wichita State. She's everything for them, because she leads not just by her competitive spirit, but also the production is off the charts.
There's a lot of buzz, too, around the entire Cincinnati athletic department as a whole. You look at, what their men's basketball program is doing with Wes Miller just in his 2nd season. I mean, their football program last year. What's it for this women's basketball team? I'm being told, actually, our players are ready, so let's go ahead and welcome them in, wasting no time. Jillian Hayes and Caitlin Wilson join us right now here in the American Studios. Jillian, we've talked a lot about your growth and development since you arrived at Cincinnati. What have you particularly worked on this offseason to really step up and make your game a whole new dimension?
Transitioning into the 4, I think I've just worked on being more consistent and just really listening to my coaches and allowing them to just guide me through this new position, but really just getting more consistent in everything I do.
Hey, ladies, it's Brooke Weisbrod here in the studio. I think one of the biggest transitions from high school basketball to college basketball is learning how to be consistent, and that comes with discipline, right? And then certainly learning how to get yourself in better shape and to eat right. So I'm just thinking about, take me through the summer and maybe some of the biggest things that you focused on that now you feel like, okay, I'm seeing this have an impact now in the fall and preseason.
Yes, so definitely our conditioning and just, we have a great strength coach, so the way she's helped guide us not only physically in the weight room and through conditioning, but also just, like you said, kind of fueling our bodies the right way and eating the right things. It definitely translates onto the court. You feel better, you feel you have more energy, so all that has definitely helped.
Ladies, Tom Fenstermaker's fielding some questions from the media, and he has some ready for you, so I'm going to send it over to Tom with the American.
Our first question will be from Neil Meyer from the Front Office News.
Hey, Caitlin, you finished second in the AAC last season with 2.1 threes made per game. Could you just talk about what this offense brings to you and how it provides you to get such great open looks from behind the arc?
Yeah, so for one, my teammates always being able to locate me and find me. They always, make sure that when I call for it, they try their best to give it to me. And also with the coaches, creating an offense that is spread and offers penetration to kick out for me.
All right, our next question will be from Justin Williams of The Athletic.
Hey, Julian, just curious how the addition of Coach Gordon has maybe impacted you and the entire team so far this offseason.
Yeah, she's been a great addition. Like, Coach Hert did an amazing job getting her here. And, I think she's just really helped me, especially in the transition to a 4 and being a post in that position. She has great advice. Learning from her has just honestly been amazing.
Ladies, Mark Adams in studio. I have the most important question of the day for you as a proud University of Cincinnati grad. For both of you, Skyline or Gold Star?
I'd have to say Skyline.
I've actually never had either one of those. I apologize. I'm not from here. I've heard about Skyline, and I've actually seen Gold Star traveling around, but I've never actually got in the line.
You might want to give it a try. We are adopting you in the Queen City. We'd love to have you try our chili.
All right. I'm going to see what I can do.
I'll get on that one. I'll take it next time.
Our next question will be a follow-up from Neil Meyer at the Front Office News.
Hey, Jillian. So you're coming off a season where you started all 28 games last season for the Bearcats. While you ranked top 10 in multiple categories, whether it's points, steals, rebounds, and blocks, how are you looking to improve heading into your junior season, and what has been the key focus this offseason?
Just improving, just whatever the coaches and the team need from me this season. Obviously our goal is to dominate and to win, so whatever that may look like and what that may transition me to be on the court is what I'll do.
Julian, Caitlin, thank you both so much for taking the time to join us. Looking forward to seeing you all tip off the season at Louisville very soon.
Thank you so much.